Hey y'all, it's your friendly neighborhood therapist again, and in more political news, Tupe Fiasco's administration is chartering a plane to bring the first white South Africans to the U.S. as refugees. This move comes after Tupe Fiasco suspended the State Department's refugee admissions program through an executive order on the first day of his second term. But then he went back in February and signed an executive order granting an exemption for white Afrikaners. Make America white again. Because why do the white South African folks get to be brought here as refugees? Didn't they say they wouldn't let? Okay, so anyway, according to NBC News, a group of white South Africans will be arriving in Washington, D.C. on Monday by way of the State Department chartered plane to be resettled in the U.S. as refugees. Now, on Friday, the White House Deputy Chief of Staff and Homeland Security Advisor Stephen Miller defended the resettling of the Afrikaners, even as refugees from other countries were barred from the U.S. He said, "What's happening in South Africa fits the textbook definition of why the refugee program was created. This is race based persecution." Now, Sean Van Dever, the president of Afghan Evac, a San Diego based coalition that helps Afghans evacuate and resettle in the U.S., said that the Trump administration does not get to cherry pick which victims deserve safety because, see, they didn't want Afghan or Palestinian or Syrian. Oh, they didn't want those refugees over here. But the white South Africans, oh, they can come. John Van Dever went on to say, if Stephen Miller suddenly supports refugee resettlement when it suits a political narrative, fine, but let's not pretend Afghan allies don't meet the same legal definition. Race-based persecution is real in many places, but so is religious, political, and gender-based violence. That's exactly what Afghans are fleeing, along with so many other groups of darker skin tone. So yeah, the white South Africans coming over here, y'all. They are coming over here as refugees, and they are the only refugees that are an exception to the rule. Well, y'all have a beautiful, wonderful rest of your evening. And those of you still supporting this administration, please continue to BS your way around situations like this and justify foolishness and total unfairness and discrimination and all that. Continue on with that. Continue to try to convince us that you are not racist or that you are good people when we know otherwise. Continue to try to tell us that this administration, Tupe Fiasco and Cunty Cat Eye Couch Cushion Diva, continue to tell us that these are people with sense, who are smart and who are making good decisions for the country. Please continue with the lies because we all know better. Every new day, something else happens to further prove that the U.S. is in utter shambles. But all right, good night, y'all.